Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to do a traditional draft of Baldur's Gate. If you've been following the channel, I made it to Mythic rank last time, which means I can now call myself a Mythic rank drafter. Not something I'm necessarily going to do every month, but it was a fun thing to accomplish. I'm currently Mythic rank number 223, actually just like kind of went down over the past couple days not playing draft, but I'm still going to try and keep it as high as I am. Of course, next week there's going to be... Next week I just kind of gave away the time frame of when I'm actually recording this video. Well, we'll get into the... Yeah, we're going to do a traditional draft. Because this won't affect my ranking. And I do want to try and make it to top 1200 now. Or even top 250 if that happens. That'd be cool. Now, there is going to be upcoming Kaladesh drafts and Amonkhet drafts. And I am going to do some of those because I don't have any collection of either of those sets. Other than the one free code you get for the Kaladesh pack. So I just thought, I'd try some traditional drafting. I'm probably only going to do like one or two of these drafts. I think after that I should have maybe about enough packs to get all of the rares or close to a full set of each rare in this set. Not Mythic. Definitely not close to doing that. So let's talk other reasons I'm doing the traditional draft now. Is that it won't affect our rank, but also we're not matched up based on our rank. So I'm not going to get matched up against like high diamond rank players or other mythic rank players necessarily. I mean, maybe I will. But ranks aren't displayed in traditional drafts, so we could end up getting some easier opponents, in theory. Arena has lied to us. It said the average wait time to get into a draft is 1 minute. We're now approaching 2 minutes. So that's a thing. I think a lot of people are also kind of like winding down on this set as well. It could also just be the time I'm trying to record this and do this draft. But anyways, if you're looking for the draft where I made it to Mythic, it was, spoiler alert, not even in this set. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel so that way you make sure you get updates and notifications. And you can follow along. I've been doing daily drafts, or I should say uploading daily drafts. That's going to continue for a while, depending on how much content we have. Okay, we're like nowhere close to filling this table, so I'm just going to pause the recording. I'll come back when we get a table. Okay, we got the table rebuilt again. I'm going to ready up. I don't want to be the last one. It's like 14 and a half minutes. Okay, but we got a table and we get a terrible rare. Oh, but there's a sewer plague here. So we're going to take the sewer plague because I like removal. I like being black in this format. I think the secondary pick for me in this pack would be the Dread Lindworm. I feel like we've been green or attempted to be green a lot lately. And there's the poor Jade Orb that I haven't drafted any of yet. I haven't drafted any of that monk either. Oh, well, now I kind of wish I did take the Lindworm. Because we have an Owlbear here, which is a great card. There's also the Craving of Yeehaw, another great card. Soldiers of the Watch. I'm not going to take either of these black cards. There's no reason to stay in black for that. There was a common taken. Can we see what We can't figure out what color it was because there's still commons of each color, so no real signal yet. So yeah, Sewer Plague, Owlbear, not a bad way to start a draft. Alright, though here, well, I don't know what we're going to do. None of this looks super appealing. I guess there's a Flaming Fist Dusk Guard, which is an okay card. Just okay. The rest of the cards here are just kind of middle. Like, I'm not a fan of the Nefarious Imp. Summon Undead is a little early to pick that. The Swashbuckler's okay as well. Some okay blue commons. Yeah, I guess this is going to be one of those drafts where we're kind of just branching into several different colors. Alright. There's a Sepulchre Ghoul and there's an Owlbear. There's a whole lot of blue cards. And Vladimir and Godfrey, another rare that I haven't drafted any of. I don't think it's very good, in my opinion. There's a couple things that'll make 1/1 tokens. There's like the Myconids. There's like that stupid hawk thing that we just passed in the other pack. There's you're confronted by robbers. No, I'm not confronted by robbers. You're confronted. How many times am I going to make that joke? Let's just take the Owlbear and move on. Emerald Dragon. We haven't actually played with this card. There is a Sepulchre Ghoul. We're not seeing a lot of black. I'm going to take this as maybe a green signal. I think it's fine enough to play. Okay. Wow. So we have a Unicorn. We have a Rabble Rouser. We have a Knoll Hunting Party. I already have a Sewer Plague, so... And if we're gonna be more... Maybe we do want the new and unimproved Prowler in this pack. Circle of the Land Druid. I've heard this card has gotten better. There's the Unicorn again. And we'll try it. We haven't tried that yet. Eyes of the Beholder is a fine card. Sylvan Shepherd is fine as well. I'm going to take the removal spell. Okay, I guess here we'll pick up an Imp. I'll play the Imp if I have to, but it's one of the types of cards that I wouldn't mind cutting early. We have a lot of rebalanced cards in this. Craving of Yeehaw came back to us. I'm not going to take this as a signal that red is open. I'm going to take it as a signal that that card is being undervalued. Nobody else is playing black-green, though, so that is a good sign for us in doing this. So we've got a little bit of a self-mill theme going on. I'm not a huge fan of self-mill. I'll be honest. Because it just feels like I mill my one or two like really good cards, and then I don't get to draw them, and I don't get to play them. That's usually what ends up happening to me. But we'll see. This card can actually be insane card advantage. Guess we'll cut the black here. I mean, it's another 2-drop. I wouldn't mind playing this. Looter Pooter, Hypnotic Patterns. I'll take the Ambitions cost. Probably not going to play it, but it can go towards the vault value. Alright. Out of either of these cards, I'd rather play the blue one, if I have to. A Hypnotic Pattern came back. Wow. That's a good rare. The rest of this pack is kind of boopy. I mean, there's a gate. I'm just gonna... Oh, I have a full set of this rare. Well, there is also a chance that we could end up pivoting to black, white, or white, green. I don't think we necessarily need the gate here. So I'm going to take that. I'll take the 20 gems as well. I didn't realize we drafted 4 of this card already. But, okay, sure. There's a vampire spawn. I'm happy to have that. Hill Giant Herd Gorger I'd be happy to have as well. But we need to fill out our curve a little bit better. And we've already got a couple top cards as it is. Alright, so here we have a Deadly Dispute, or another Prowler, or a Herd Gorger. Deadly Disputes, I feel, go around a bit later, so I'm going to grab a second Prowler. I'm just going to put that over there and pretend it didn't happen. I wouldn't mind sacrificing Guildsworn Prowler to Deadly Dispute and drawing 3. I mean, that's still a fine thing that can happen. And we get a pack that's not super exciting. I really don't want to play Grim Wanderer, though we have stuff that kind of dies, I guess. It's either that or I rare draft that thing. Could be a realm where we play it. Play the Circle of the Moon Druid too. We've seen like 7 of those Demigorgon clutches. We'll take the... Alright, there's a Lindworm. Spellcurgul would be good here, but I think I want the Dread Lindworm. And here's a pretty easy Prosperous Innkeeper. Line up the shot and choose your weapon would also be pretty decent. Probably choose your weapon first, because you can hit flyers with it. This is traditional draft, so we will have... It will be best of 3. So we might actually want to pick up crap rares. We might actually want to pick up Ettercap. Right on time. If I don't main deck it, it can very much be for the sideboard. There's nothing else here I really want. We're not really dragon heavy enough for that. Poison the Blade. Or Arcane Archery. Sure. The Nightmare Frogs. I'm not going to take Nightmare Frogs. I will take the Sylvan Shepherd. Armor of Shadows could be interesting with the Prowler. No one really expects this indestructible trick as much because it's not run as much as like the Blessed Hippogriff, and since we're not playing white, this is like a perfect place for this. Started off with a Sewer Blade. We haven't seen a lot of like really good... We haven't seen a lot of really good cards in general, if I'm being totally honest. Ettercap is totally main deckable. If our opponent doesn't have flyers, then we can always side it out. It's a Cadibri. It's not going to be Cadibri as the pick, though. It is going to be the Draconic Muralists. Muralist can at least fetch our Emerald Dragon, or it can fetch our Dread Lindworm. Those are both of our other dragons at this point. Myconid would also be really good, but we're not going to get another shot at getting this thing. We want to make sure we're having some threats. Meteor Golem. We are kind of lacking in removal. Jade Orb would be good too, sort of. But I'm leaning more towards the Meteor Golem. There's Sewer Plague. Coming to the party. Right on time. Again, nothing else really for us here. Another Knoll Hunting party that we've seen. Another Rabble Rouser. There's some decent red cards and white cards. There's usually decent cards of all colors in the first few picks. So it's important when you get to like pack 2 and 3 to not kind of, especially when you're in pack 3 and you know what your colors are, not just like drift too far from the path that you're on. There's another vampire spawn. I like vampire spawns. We're almost at the point where we can like cut Horde Robber. I'd like to cut this Imp. I like some band together. Maybe I could even run a Circle of the Moon Druid. It's more defensive than the Imp. Well, there's a Priest of Ancient Lore. But we're very far off from playing white. I could also even take the Navigation Orb. I think I'm just going to take the Ghoul here. I like Ghoul well enough. I can always sack the Prowler to it. Wild Shape? I don't think I'm going to play Wild Shape. I think I'll just rare draft this. I haven't rare drafted some of these crap rares that I just haven't rare drafted yet. Or rare drafted a full set of. This one is not a crap rare, but I do already have a full set of it. So that's technically 2 rares we've drafted. Oh, I can get rid of... Grim Wanderer might be more usable in this deck. I either want to get rid of Horde Robber or Nefarious Imp right now. Right now! Get rid of Horde Robber. I think we're fine. We've got 5 2-drops. You can't really count Grim Wanderer as a 2-drop. Knoll Hunter, that's not quite the 2-drop I want. Summon Undead wouldn't be bad. It can... Oh, especially with Meteor Golem. 2 Owlbears. Yeah, I'm in. Oh, hey, there's another Prowler. Yeah, I'll be on the prowl. Trellisara came back. I don't think... I can take a Cloak of the Bat. That's technically a playable card. Oh, there's a You Line Up the Shot. Perfect sideboard card. Against decks with flyers. Against aggro decks, I can side in like some of those things. I guess I'll take a Pit Trap. Iron Golem, sure. Alright, so we're green-black. We haven't had much luck with green-black before. But maybe this one will go better. We have 2 cuts to make. Grim Wanderer is just too tricky to try and play, in my opinion. And I don't like the Imp. But we do have kind of a lot of top end. We didn't get any Deadly Disputes either. What a weird draft. We only saw 1 Myconid. It was in the same pack as the Draconic Muralists. Um, what was the other thing I was thinking of getting rid of? I think Ettercap can stay. I feel like we should be able to stabilize the ground fairly well. Arcane Archery doesn't impress me much either. I could even, like, main deck you line up the shot. That wouldn't be unreasonable. This is going to be a 17 land deck. So the cut is either going to be Arcane Archery or Nefarious Imp. Or the Sylvan Shepherd. I feel like I like the Shepherd just a little bit more. I'm just the Imp is just so underwhelming to me. I'd rather have a 2/3 for 3 because it's still, those are pretty decent blockers. We have a lot of good decent blockers. I think I will play the Summon Undead. Could also help, like, if we mill something with, like, this earlier or with this, that we could still potentially play it off of Summon Undead. Alright, that will be the deck. Cloak of the Bat is also a potential sideboard card. Let's get into some games. So with traditional drafts, you play 3 matches regardless, and then your prizes are based on, you know, how many of those matches you win. They're best 2 out of 3 matches. And in order to get, well, of course, in order to get max prizes, you have to win all 3 matches, duh. In order to get more gems back than what you paid to enter, you need to win all 3 matches. We're up against Ribo. And I get to decide if I play first or draw first. We're going to play first. We'll keep this. We'll start off on the prowl. Any 3rd land and all this stuff becomes active. And then we'll eventually have the Meteor Golem. Opponent plays a Looter Booter. Which did get better. But, okay, opponent still only mono blue, which that's fine for me. I think there's merit to playing the Sylvan Shepherd first. There's a counter that's fine. Okay, there's no undersimplify. These coming down later can, like, add some extra pressure to their life total that that Ribo was not necessarily aware of yet. Looter's gonna do its thing. I so wish this still had 2 power. There's a Myconid. Another Prowler. I'm fine drawing a card. I'm fine trading this for stuff. I'm fine gaining 2 life. That's just whatever our opponent wants to do. Okay, cool. So we get to draw a card. It is a land. We're going to play the Vampire Spawn because it's just the most mana-efficient play. 1 more mana, and we can play, like, both of these next turn, whereas if I played the Prowler, then another land would only let me play 1 card. This would be a fine card to play, but, you know. The new chain effect, I'm not a huge fan of the new chain effect. We can actually go attacking here. Just be hyper aggressive, see if our opponent wants to block. Doesn't want to block. That's cool too. We'll play another Vampire Spawn. Just, again, keeping the pressure up. We do have this Armor of Shadows. Opponent was also probably playing around the Dread Lindworm trick, because that would have also been really relevant there. Alright, opponent is attacking, which, that's fine. We have plenty of life. We're gonna sideboard in our Uline up the shot because we see a flyer here. And now we see OG, this piece of crap. Good news is we can go swing. We can still swing with all of this. If OG blocks anything, we just kill it. All right. Excellent. So in we go. And the life gain will also help mitigate aerial damage. Opponent not interested in blocking. I think we just... I don't want them to untap with OG. Wait, what the heck? They're... Okay. Whatever. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. If there's a counter spell or protection, it's... Okay. No counter, no protection. Just don't want to do any flicker tricks, especially with the Mist Dragon and gaining life. Yeah, no. I don't want my opponent gaining life. I want to kill them. No offense, Rybo. I'm sure you're a great guy. Kaga. Alright, well, we can still swing in here. Still gain life. Alright, Mist Dragon's gonna block there. They can invoke a quad block, sure. Let's kill one of the Myconids. Give our Shepherd +1/+0. Or attempt to. We're attempting to. Don't do it, opponent. Don't do whatever you think you're going to do. They did what they thought they were going to do. That was really bad. Okay. Kaga. Alright, so Kaga needs to survive a combat. Good news is, though, we're at 25 life. Bad news is our opponent has quite the board and is still adding to it. Okay, so if opponent wanted to kill Kaga, it would have to be with Muralists. I'm not going to attack. No attacks, we'll pump the brakes here. And there's another dragon incoming. Another land, and we have Meteor Golem online. Oh, there's a Knoll Hunter. Oh, but there's our Emerald Dragon, which is a very relevant card. I don't need to attack with the Prowler here, just run into one of these tokens. So this could actually get dangerous for our opponent. So if Rybo attacks with this, we draw a land and cast Meteor Golem, kill this. Suddenly they're at 1. I like that idea. Don't like where this board is going. Okay, well they're not going to be at 1. Although we just Meteor Golem the Mist Dragon and swing in with our flyer. Yeah. Flyer has Ward 2. Okay, so opponent is dead to several things here. Any removal spell on this, even a Sewer Plague. Oh, they're not dead to that. Has to be a chump block there. I could go for another card draw. I could go for another card draw. Just because, like, I could get... Well, I could get Forest. I'm gonna say, like, I could get, our Summon Undead and just revive the Vampire Spawn, and that's game over. Pilgrim's Eye. My dragon has Trample. So that is not good enough of a blocker. There's the white that they're splashing for OG. Still loving this. Okay, that's that. There's still 2 mana, 2 Mycanoids. But this should be it. Oh wait, this doesn't have Trample anymore. Oh my gosh. I thought it still had Trample. This is why I hate rebalanced cards. It's my first time playing this card too. I'm just so used to it having Trample in it. See, this is why I hate rebalancing cards, because now it does other things. Here comes another young blue dragon. Dang it, we're gonna find a way to lose this game yet. Alright. I don't want to swing with this because it will get blocked and it will die. Opponent's still hanging on with flying chump blockers. I guess they do have to. They have to block everything. I do have more dragons. Apparently, so do they. All of the muralists. Muralists are also bards. Spoony bards. Take action. I also have that. Oh, but that's not a flying dragon. Oh, and that kills a flyer. Awesome. Perfect. We're done. So now, even another flyer doesn't let Raibo here hang on. You hear that? You're not hanging on. These are like the saddest Knoll Hunters ever. I mean, they could technically be attacking. Well, I guess not with the Lindworm. Oh, there's a Sewer Plague. You're late to the party. Rar? I mean, whatever you draw has to get around a... Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. Line Up the Shot is coming in. Now, there's a lot of flyers, so I don't think... Iron Golem? I don't think I want Iron Golem. What are we going to take out, though? We're not taking out any of that stuff. I guess I'll take out the circle. Or I could take out Kaga. Never got to attack with it. Yeah. Let's take that out. Let's play the... Actually, I could almost even play the Grim Wanderer here. 5-3. They'll probably trade up on this. We have plenty of ways to invoke death. Let's do that. plenty of ways to invoke death on Ribo's creatures. There's lots of like tokens and 1/2s, and my 1/1 death touchers. Those all die pretty quickly. Okay, we have Ettercap here. That is obviously going to sit in our hand until we have a flyer. Starting with Meteor Golem again. There's their own Circle of the Land Druid. Milling. Okay, good. The Muralists are gone. We'll play our Prowler. I am not going to block and trade. I'm not interested in that. I mean, I have plenty of well, I have 3 2/3 creatures in the deck. Alright. Didn't want to trade the token and give me a card draw, I guess. The Prowlers are still decent. They're not as good, but they're still decent. I've kind of had enough lands, though. Still not blocking with any of this. I'd kind of prefer if our opponent did block here. Oh, that's gross. Blocks the one that's temporarily. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's still more where that came from. I guess I'll save the other Prowler for... I don't know what I'll save it for. The Lindworm. Now I am interested in blocking that, because that's 4 power. Cannot let that just continually hit me now. Opponent's also getting closer and closer to casting the Lindworm. And yes, I know there's still no D in it, but that's what I'm calling it. Young Blue Dragon. Perfect. Cast that on your next turn. Well, I have the most pathetic... Aha! That was a perfect draw here. My one real way to sacrifice this. Okay, so we have Ettercap for Young Blue Dragon and Meteor Golem for the Lindworm. An opponent still has, well, 2 other cards in hand. That wasn't supposed to come out first. Mr. Opponent. I'm still a land off. What part of that do you not get? Supposed to play the Young Blue Dragon first, not the Lindworm, that I cannot block. I have 3 drops that can gain me life. We're not going to die to flyers. We might die to flyers. Alright. Ettercap, let's get some things turned around here. I don't need to draw an extra card here because we're not... We know what we're doing, and we have the tools to do it. I can go attacking with this now. Alright, take some damage. That might have been a little bit of a greedy attack. I can cast Ettercap next turn and have the Arcane Archery up. Okay. Game. Like I said, a little bit greedy of an attack. If I block and sack, I won't draw the card. Just block with the 1. What do you have, a Lindworm? You have an Arcane Archery. Oh, that's really bad. Actually. We're taking 2 here. We're taking 4 here. And I don't know that we can deal with the second Lindworm. I might need to draw something else. But not right away. Oh. Okay, I can deal with the second Lindworm. Because we just revived the Meteor Golem. We're going to hang on just barely, I think. Okay, that was a really greedy attack, but I don't... Okay, we're fine. I think we're fine. There's the Lindworm. And it's coming in bigger. It's also going to die just as fast. Oh, there's a Sewer Plague, which we don't need to cast right now. We're just going to play the Summon Undead. We don't need to mill 3. We're going to Meteor Golem. And bada bing, that's gone too. The attack would be kind of greedy here. So let's not. We're at 3 life. Pilgrim's Eye. That can be blocked indefinitely. I do need to start attacking with something here, though. I can block both of them. Armor of Shadows. I can't attack when I'm at 3 life, though. I could use some Owl Bearers or something. Opponent not attacking. I line up the shot. That's cool. I would love to line up the shot. I need them to make a bad attack here. That'll do. Okay, Ettercap is not untapping, which means we're going to have some issues. But we're not going to have that many issues. Alright, we're going to start by lining up the shot on Meteor Golem. I can protect it. Band together on Meteor Golem on Young Blue Dragon. So we're going to line up the shot, get a plummet, and we're going to plummet this thing, which we aren't even blocking yet. Band together resolves. Oh, shoot. I needed the Armor of Shadows, too. Well, that was bad. I guess we have to do that. Though I think we're still dead here because our Ettercap didn't untap. We have 3 blockers versus 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's just enough, isn't there? Yep, just enough. But I still had the, yeah, it doesn't matter. Maybe I do need the Circle of the Land Druid. Over what? I don't know. Or maybe I just need, like, the second Sylvan Shepherd. Yeah, I like that idea. Just to make sure we're padding our life total. So Ribo is doing some more sideboarding. Alright, Ribo is ready for our third and final game. Now remember, these are best 2 out of 3, so that's why we have the same opponent. These Prowlers. I promise you, there's not 7 of them in the deck, opponent. I'm just drawing all of them. I mean, obviously I'm going to keep. Because what else am I going to deal? Counter target activated or triggered ability from a non-creature source? So I can't even counter the triggered abilities of like creatures entering the battlefield, like the Myconids. That is such a terrible adventure. Like, what can I even use that on? Like one of the equipments? I can't counter that thing. Here comes the stream of Prowlers. In no realm do I block that. Circle of the Land Druid. Got a land. And we got a good blocker for all that nonsense. Now, if we draw a swamp, would be the perfect draw next turn, because then we can play both of these Prowlers. I mean, if that doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. Well, that's rude. Alright. It also wouldn't be the worst thing to block and trade. Alright, we're lining up the shot. I'm gonna have to block and trade here. Yeah, I have all the Prowlers. Just absolutely all of them. Doesn't want to trade the Muralists. There's the Lindworm. Activated or triggered ability. That's not an activated. Okay. Well, now I'm more game for trading. There's an owl there. We'll save those back. I mean, even just blocking and trading is fine. Opponent's at 6 mana, 1 more, and well, they're going to get the 1 more here. There's not much I can do about it. Another swamp, and I have an answer to the Lindworm. Alright, resolve all that. Another Lindworm. Oh, how do I answer 2 of those things? Oh, there isn't a flyer yet, perhaps? Oh, but there are many flyers in their deck. I need a land, though. Oh, this is tough. I guess most of their flyers I can block with Emerald Dragon. I gotta make sure we get... Okay. Alright. That's fine. It's not the most ideal. Could still use another... Okay, here comes a Lindworm. Lindworm number 1. Well, I can shrink it. Which it seems like that's what I'm gonna have to do. I don't like it. That's what has to happen. That's... there could be a realm where that blocks. I might have to block this Lindworm. 4... Takes 6, possibly 7. I don't think I can afford to block. Pilgrim's Eye. I can't counter that activated ability. Gosh. Such a terrible thing. And there's a Myconid. I don't like being at 6 here. I don't like not having my second swamp either. Alright, no attacks. Yep, that happens. He's got a pretty good deck. The bad part is I have to block this, otherwise we're basically dead. Really kind of sucks. Because it's just a free... Because I can't get a second swamp. Alright, there's an Eder Cap. We're at 5. I've got all the vampire spawns and all the... Okay, well I played one of them. And all the shepherds. And we can't find any of them. Okay, enough of that. Just don't have a cap. Okay. No way to counter our Eder Cap there. Okay, really need to find that second swamp. Thank you. Die Lindworm. Not really going to attack here. We can play the Eder Cap next turn. Now opponent's looting away all the bad cards. Yeah, there's that. Just not in a position to attack while I'm at 5 life. I guess I can attack with that. Yeah, that's fine. That'll at least get me another draw. And now I get all the swamps. Our deck is just being as difficult as possible. Opponent, lots of dragons, lots of just really solid cards. Oh gosh. Well, giant herd gorgers. I wouldn't have minded a couple of those. Maybe I should have picked a couple up. That's just a 4/4, not a flyer. I guess I got to get Owlbear. Actually, I'm going to take action. Maybe we mill... Okay. We didn't mill our Meteor Golem. There's a vampire spawn. Sure. There's another young blue dragon along the way, and I don't really have a way to deal with... I don't have a way to deal with these flyers anymore. Innkeeper. That's a little bit late. Yep, those can both attack. Well, that's attacking as well. Well, we are in just loads of trouble here. Regardless of how I block, I'm losing 2 creatures. Yeah, I'll keep my 2/3. Knoll Hunter. Yeah, the looter's just been working great for him, getting rid of all the extra lands and just getting to all the relevant stuff. Yeah, this is... Yeah, I'm not continuing this. I almost feel like Line Up the Shot should be in the main deck. And creatures, they give us 16. Yeah. Let's do it like this. Right, and we've made a match against Hooder. Okay. Prowler, any third land lets us play Vampire Spawn. We're on the draw, so we'll try it. Opponent is red-white with a unicorn. Portable hole. Well, that doesn't actually kill the Prowler. I could surprise get our Prowler back. It takes double green to do that, though. We need a land here. Really? Game? Three draw steps and it couldn't find a land. There we go. And now how do I want to do it? We're probably just going to kill whatever we play, so we may as well play a vampire spawn. I'm gonna wait till we get another forest to line up the shot. Told you, look, they're targeting it with something. Alright. Sewer Plague would be great, because then I could kill this, get back my, No. No, we can't be bothered with that. Alright, we're going to do this. We're going to mill 4. Watch us mill 4 lands and then not draw anymore. These are going... Okay, well, there goes one of our super... We barely milled 1 land. It would have taken 4 more draws to get our 4th land. If he's got a land, he's got 6 mana, while we're stuck on 3. Could even just activate the unicorn and attack here. Basically force a chump block. I didn't even know that I'd chump block. Worst part is we have these owl bears that can draw us extra cards. And we're specializing. Well, I will definitely trade there. Give me my forest back. There's a swamp. I'm going to do this now before they have... Oh, I could conjure Naturalize, and get, but that doesn't actually save anything now. I can get a Plummet. Do this before there's any Hippogriff saving the thing. And then I can have Owlbear trade with this, potentially. We'll get this back as a 1-1 with no abilities. Yeah, our next few turns might just be playing Owlbears. Our next few turns might just be dying. Okay, well that's fine. Well, there's the Muralists here. That gets me a dragon. That doesn't really help. Let's just draw. Okay, there's a Sewer Plague. Another young red dragon incoming. Ideally, we can draw another land here so I can Sewer Plague the Dragon and play the Sylvan Shepherd and maybe start eventually gaining some life. That's only if everything goes well, though. Okay, well, things aren't going well. Gosh. I can't sacrifice Owlbear here. I have to trade. Can't even kill it with Armor of Shadows. Still gonna have to block it. Oh gosh. No. So this thing has double team now? This is so brutal. Well, Muralist doesn't really help us. Owlbear. Yeah, I guess we gotta keep drawing here. Just gonna keep playing more of those. Well, this would have to attack. This card is so good. Alright, well that's one down. I don't even know what we do now. I could Dread Lindworm and Armor of Shadows. That seems risky. I'm going to play Muralists. No attacks, can't afford to attack. Here's Young Red Dragon. And a Steadfast Paladin. Alright, cool. Going to attempt to kill our Owlbear. It is not going to be killed. Okay. I don't know how we're dealing with the flyer, though. Oh, we have a Meteor Golem in there. Decline the mill. Get rid of that. I could even attack with... Let's attack with the Owlbear here. I'd have to double block. I'd be fine with that. Okay, cool. Alright, we're starting to turn things around. Oh gosh. Alright, now we gotta figure out how we're gonna kill that. Perfect. Take action. We'll grab our Emerald Dragon. The Lindworm kind of deals with it. We'll attack. Okay. So this is what I mean by having not as great opponents. Because our opponent just walked right into that trick, whereas, you know, if you're attacking a 4-4 into a 5-6, you gotta think something weird is happening. Okay, because decent or good players are not just going to do that for no reason. Ignore the times that I did that in the past few drafts, and I made absolutely horrible attacks with fire beams, but they're not going to do that generally for no good reason. Alright, actually, this adventure could counter the Portable Holes triggered ability. Because it's a non-creature thing. Okay. It's probably just going to be casting the Lindworm here. Kind of wanted to attack with that as well. Maybe I should have gained a little bit of life back. Yeah. I mean, you know we have it. We may as well play it. Gonna have a tough time blocking. I can pump this. Can pump it twice and trade with the Lindworm. And then have a really scary next creature. That could be what happens. I'd prefer the next creature to be a flyer. Just because I have the Eder Cap. I don't know why those Prophetic Prisms are in the deck. I haven't seen, like, any artifact synergies yet. Okay. That's a little bit risky. I can cast both of those. Yeah, I can cast both of those. It's fine. And I'm gaining 2 life. Cool. So, I mean, this is offering... Okay, so they did pump before having to block, because this can't be blocked by creatures power 3 or less. But like I said, that's going to cost 6 mana total. So there isn't going to be mana for other tricks. Okay. I mean, okay. Is this still enough to... Not quite, because of the life link. That is... Oh, I could counter. Whatever. I have 4 creatures and you're at 1 life. Somehow this happened. Alright, cool. I think we do want to bring in the other Sylvan Shepherd. And I don't think we need Arcane Archery. We need to be able to ward off early aggression. Maybe even the Imp. Maybe even Horde Robber. What was in... Yeah, I don't see anything good Horde Robber could block. The Imp would go in place of what? Nothing, because I don't like the imp. Oh, but the imp is trying to sneak its way into the deck. Innkeeper, I need the life gain. Yeah, I think this is good. Oh, Circle of the Moon Druid. That could even be a reasonable. That could be a more reasonable blocker and attacker even. What do I get rid of though? Maybe the ghoul? Maybe the ghoul. We'll try that. Just remember, Circle the Moon Druid, it could have been a ghoul. We'll see if that matters. Alright, well, we have Sewer Plague. Oh, good. We got the second swamp this time. We have Sewer Plague for something. And Eyes of the Evil... Okay, sure. We're going to have a great late game here. We just have to get there. Valor Singer. Do I want to Sewer Plague that? Kind of, but not really. Like, I could end up taking more damage here. That I want a Sewer Plague. Because that is going to cost me too much damage here in a hurry, and I'm already at 14. Alright, there's a Prowler. Like I said, we just gotta get there. I will trade this for the Spoony Bard over there, Rasad. Alright. We can get a little bit tricky now. So when an opponent tries to specialize, that's when we're going to kill this. And it's -11, so even the indestructible trick won't save it. That's exactly what he's trying to do here. Go for it. Try to specialize and accessorize, yep. And that also uses up his entire turn. We get our Death Toucher back. Not doing too bad. I will definitely block this. It's not only being attacked for one. I've only cast 3 actual cards this game. An opponent only has 2 cards left in hand. Some number of them might be lands. That's kind of not a land. That's actually really bad. Let's draw a card. That's a Sewer Plague. Because we're going to have to sack a land here, which is the problem. No, he has to sack something as well. I was all set to almost play Meteor Golem next turn. Okay, so this attack will take me down to... Never mind. Well, Meteor Golem is going to destroy that portable hole. Or the Jaded Sellsword. Or nothing. I do have land in the graveyard. So I don't need to mill. I could also... Yeah, we'll just play this. I decline to mill. Yeah, these Earth-called elementals are... they're kind of deceptively good. No! Dang it! Prepare for trouble and make it double. Good news is you can't play it next turn. We get a land back, so we have Meteor Golem lined up regardless. Gonna get rid of that thing. Block here. Summon Undead. Get back Meteor Golem. We're gonna go to 2. We're barely going to stabilize here. The Lindworm. Decline action, because we know we're getting this back. We know we're killing this. And we pass. Okay. I don't want them drawing any tricks. Let's get this going. We'll get the Lindworm next. We still have Indestructible Trick here. So I'm not super worried. A Vampire Spawn, that is a wonderful draw. I almost want to play that instead of the Lindworm. But I can also Lindworm... Here's something on watch. Well, Indestructible. I'm going to play the Lindworm, because we might just be able to win next turn. Oh, please don't have improvised weaponry. I'll be so sad if there's like some burnt... Oh gosh, there's a red card. I got so nervous. I can block the Lindworm. But that is about it. I have to block the... have to block something. I could even double block and kill the Meteor Golem. Now you don't have a blocker for Lindworm unless you draw a creature. Please don't have some hasted flying piece of crap. Or a red dragon. Don't have a red dragon. Okay, mountain's good. Mountain is good. We got there. Alright, one more match to go. Uber Knight 32. Oh no, not the Uber Knight. I'll play first. Any third land gets us the Sylvan Shepherd. Any swamp, and these are up. Basilisk Collar. That is scary. Okay, we're up against white and green. Okay. Welcome to okay. It's green-white equipment. So terrifying. Now, what's nice about this having vigilance is we can attack in anyways, even if it looks like it's just kind of a free block and it'll bounce. And then we slaughter it. Like this. Yeah, Sylvan Shepherd and the Arcane Archery are really good together. And now the next thing we play is going to get a +1/+1 counter, Reach and Trample. And it's probably going to be this Vampire Spawn. No! I line up the shot. We kill this. I don't know if they're even going to try that. Whatever. We're going to attack. I'll go with the vampire spawn. Because it'll be a 3-4. We're kind of just pressing the attack right now. We could swing, tap down. You know, won't even get in for damage without the Basilisk Collar. Yes, but now they can't recast the thing. That was the whole idea behind all of this. And there isn't another... Okay, so we're just going to go attacking. Gain some more life. And we can line up the shot and get a naturalize. They're going to line up the shot and draw a card. There's the other disciple. I want him to attack first. That's fine. You equipped it to give it haste and flying and proceeded to... Actually... 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they're going to gain 2. Yeah, we got to stop this, because I could actually get Plummet and kill that now. But I want him to stop gaining life. Because we're low on lands. We haven't been drawing our lands. I mean... Now we suddenly have 3 lethal attackers, and our opponent's at 1. Opponent has a blocker. And a lifelinker. A lifelinker that can have flying and haste. Lifelinker that does not want flying and haste. This totally reeks of Lindworm. I'm just drawing all my big stuff and none of my lands. Let's go for it. Hopefully there's no Lindworm or tricks here. Though I wouldn't be surprised if there are. Those are the weirdest blocks I've ever seen. Okay. Hey, I found a 4th land. I can play something this turn. That actually, that was like the worst way they could have blocked. I guess Uber Knight just wanted to get rid of the creatures. Actually, another land, and I just win on the spot because I just revived the vampire spawn. I don't need to mill 3 cards because I just play this, you lose. Okay, so opponent has flyers. Opponent has those 2 3s. Maybe I want... Iron Golem might actually be good here. Just maybe lower the curve a little bit. Do I want the Kaga? I feel that could be good too. Arcane Archery was good here. The Ghoul? This isn't really a good deck for the Ghoul. I mean, we have the Death Touchers. Alright. Well, this hand we cannot keep. That's too risky. Oh, come on, really? Alright. You're gonna have to get rid of those. Why am I just not getting lands? Alright, we have a Sylvan Shepherd on deck, followed by a turn 4 Owlbear. Okay, opponent's gonna gain some life here. There's nothing I can do about that when, Oh... Yeah, I'll play mine. Minimus Containment. Okay, sure. 20 to gain 5 life. Well, that turned out well for them. This is slightly more mana efficient. Well, not really. They're both technically 5 mana plays. I'm going to keep the Minimus Containment there because we do have... I'll trade this for anything. I'll trade it for anything. You think I won't trade it for the Sylvan Shepherd? I will trade it for the Sylvan Shepherd. I'll trade it for anything. Awesome! I get to draw now. Ooh, a Meteor Golem. I'm 1 land away from that. Sad part is, I can't... Yeah, I don't need to get the Sylvan Shepherd back that badly. Trelasara Moon Dancer. I don't really want to get... Okay, we're gonna come in here with our Owlbear. Opponent's not gonna fall for any of that. I don't need to play anything right now. I don't want to play anything into their open mana. I know Uber Knights only had 1 card left. Okay, we're attacking. I just want to see if there's any tricks here, because... if there's tricks, this could be a bit of a blowout. Please play a Lindworm. Poison the Blade? Good enough to do this. So they lose their trick and their creature. And I'm going to play Meteor Golem here. Get rid of Trelasara. Opponent's only got 1 card. It's most likely a land. Well, that's a problem. Oh, hey, it's not a problem anymore. Double tricks will kill either. Alright. Cloak of the Bat. Oh, that's a bad. That's a problem. Okay. That's slightly less of a problem. I can see the thought process behind that. Wanting to get both things. I would rather something bad happen to Meteor Golem. Get to blockers. This is hexproof anyways. I know I'm using kind of double trick here to get rid of it, but we're both so low on cards. Yeah, okay. We're both so low on cards, it doesn't really matter. What matters is I have a lot of power coming through, and I'm going to be able to race this unless... I mean, even if he rolls 20 every time, it's not going to matter. Yeah, doesn't matter. The Lindworm. This is why you don't play Cloak of the Bat. It's not all that good. Now, if you had put it on the Hill Giant Herd Gorger, might have actually won there. So one final look at the deck. It was an okay-ish black and green deck. The Prowlers... I don't think you should have been blocking the Prowlers to begin with. Prowler is now just kind of an okay card. I don't mind having it as a 2-drop. It does fill the role of a defensive Death Toucher that might sometimes be in a situation where you draw an extra card from it. Sewer Plague, good as always. Vampire Spawn, good as always. The Sylvan Shepherd is really not that bad. Dragon Muralist, good as always. Summon Undead, Meteor Golem, good. All this stuff is good as always. Ettercap, I do like running that. There's like a lot of flyers running around in the format now, especially if it's just any random creature that wants to hold a Cloak of the Bat. So yeah, that gets us 2 wins, only 1,000 gems, so lost 500 on this deal. Yeah, you got to get all 3 wins, but then you get 2,500, so that's a better prize payout than the top prize in the Premier drafts. Though I do find it hard to do, even though sometimes our opponents might not be as good as we saw in match 2 and 3, but other times, like match 1, or you get people that are good. You do still get people that are good, and could just be other people taking a break from Premier drafting, and they just get absolutely insane rares, and yeah. But anyways, for now, I'll take my leave.